The map we're going to be playing in this session is Rabbit Squirrel's Mine, my map, The Intersection. It's the second most popular map on the community maps in the workshop. This is going to be a little different, I guess, because I know this map very well. For obvious reasons, I made it. So I'll give a general playthrough and maybe talk about how I felt about certain things while making the map and all of that. And then if you watch the last video, at the end, we do a little bit of like a critical analysis of the map. I'm not really going to be able to do that for this one because it's mine. But I'll maybe just talk about like what the development process was like and how coming to grips with the tools felt and all of that stuff. So if you're keen on listening to that, you can hang around till the end. Otherwise, enjoy the playthrough. Let's get started. Oh man, I'm so familiar with this room. Oh, weirdness. Okay. Little hint at the outside world over there. For those who might have already played this map, you'll notice that this is new, at least in the main game is new. I finally got a way for the notes to work in. So obviously, if you've played this before, you'll probably have noticed these like really grey sort of dummy boxes like sitting on the walls and stuff here. That was because these didn't work, but they do now, which is great. So the sort of the story I wrote like a year and a half ago or whatever is now visible. You can give these notes a read. I'll go through this one slowly. You can pause if you want to read it. Otherwise, I'm gonna continue. I need a couple of lockpicks. So why don't we go and craft that? And all of the freaking menu stuff pops up. Yay! Sweet. I have a feeling that guy shouldn't be floating. Oh well, wait, we'll do this carefully. I'm not here. Don't freak out. That's fine. I'm not here. Wow. Nice. Yeah. Around him. Yay. Oh, not going that way. So, doing that jump is completely unnecessary. You can go over the roofs. It's actually much faster, but I don't know. I like that jump. It makes me feel good. I see there's still some trouble with the finishers. We're just gonna ignore that. It never happened. Level of detail. This is something I hope to fix in the future. You know, soonish. The level of detail system that Techland's implemented now for the community tools is starting to work, or at least I'm starting to get the hang of using it. So I might start using that more frequently. At least personally, I don't know about the other developers. It obviously depends on the size of the map. When I play the Vault later, which I'm sure will come up in later episodes, you'll see that level of detail was necessary for all of the assets and stuff that were present on that map. Thankfully, this is not so huge. But Techland implemented their own kind of level of detail. You can see like things just stop rendering out there, and that was for the initial console release. They wanted a bunch of maps that could be played, but that could be played well on console, and with everything rendered, it wasn't so performant. At least I don't think on console. On my PC, it was fine. Stuff. There's another inhibitor up there, isn't there? This way. So right now our objective is just sort of to explore. We're looking for signs of life. I now realize that I did the exact same first quest in the vault. I apparently only have one tune, but anyway. Hello, there we go. How effective is this bow? I wonder if this survived the updates. Yeah, actually that's still pretty effective. Let's grab you. Oh shit. That's gonna kill me.
Inhibitor container detected.
Well, that's embarrassing, dying on your own map, huh? Anyway. So, I don't know if you guys would have noticed, maybe you don't notice this kind of thing, but that icon is now showing us where we want to go for searching for signs of life. That's something that I only implemented later after I had a couple of my friends playtest and experience the map and stuff, and a few of the complaints I got was that they couldn't find really what they were looking for. So that icon shows up after about 5 minutes, I think, just so that the player can, you know, be guided in the right direction. They don't have to spend all this time like looking for something so minuscule and specific. I think that's quite a nice feature. It's a quality of life thing. It's something that I think Naughty Dog does if you get stuck with finding the right chord in Last of Us. These first-person perspective item drops are really weird. Yeah, see, even that knife is doing that weird thing. Look at that. Bizarre. Okay, note from Jean. Oh, you guys can pause that if you want to read it. I wrote it, so I'm not going to read it. I'm gonna speed my way towards the right objective. So again, I know where all of these things are. Those notes provide a little bit of like information about where those things are. Oh, there's a pickup over here. So yeah, as I said before, those notes sort of try and guide you in the right direction. Obviously with no, well I say obviously, maybe the general community map playing populace doesn't know, but we don't have access to audio imports yet. I believe that they said that they're working on it, but there's also, you know, like technical limitations and proprietary software involved and stuff like that. So it's possible we may not get audio imports. But in a perfect world, I would have maybe spent a little bit of money. Got a voice actor to do a couple of lines and maybe filled in with sort of like some radio recordings and stuff like that, just to try and make it sound more lived in, more real. You know, like the notes are great and they fill in extra content, or in extra context rather, but people don't necessarily like to sit and read while they're playing a game. So personally, I would prefer to have like audio cues, like sort of dialogue radio notes or something like that, just to fill stuff out. But you know, that'll come later when it's available. Let's drop down here. Okay, we gotta deal with those guys. Let's grab some extra stuff. We got a couple of mines. grenades, this will be useful. Hey, big fellas. I have to deal with you. Yeah, I drop down here, he's gonna come towards me. Yeah, okay. Oh, that mine's active again. Well. Oh, that guy's taken care of. That's a lot of fire. Yeah, I should probably stop lighting that guy on fire, because I need to kill him at some point, and getting up close is not necessarily feasible like that. Shit. Whoa! Kill that guy. I don't think I left any more of those lying around. Okay, time to kill the man. I literally dodged backwards from my screen there. Yeah, this talking while you're playing is new to me. It's sort of like saying my inner monologue out loud. Aha. Okay. I have no idea if I'm scrolling this too slow or too fast, but you can probably pause it to read it if you need to. Come with me. Cool, so here's another interesting design tidbit. My initial playtesters were having trouble finding where the stuff was supposed to go. You know, like where the next clip-in point was. So obviously that note kind of points it to you. But in this case, I tried to make the directions, you see, like that paint and stuff, as clear as possible when guiding the player towards each new objective. It's the first time I ever had to think about that. Honestly, it's the first time I had playtesters involved when developing a community map. So it's definitely been worthwhile to have that kind of feedback and to like figure out from them, okay, maybe stuff is missing or there are things that can be added to make the experience more smooth, I guess is the right word there. Try and make it so the player doesn't have to do too much thinking, that things feel intuitive. Yay. On to the next one. Take this way. This guy's gonna try to run me down, isn't he? Well, that was a bit glitchy. Another note over here. Perfect. Cool. On we go. Yeah. That looks so weird with that building missing. Yeah, we'll definitely be looking at those LODs for a later update. Okay, that's not what I want to do. I want to attach the cable. Thank you very much. Okay. Cool, so this objective I've had a few people, including some of my playtesters, say that the wall run segment is a little bit too difficult. Obviously all of my playtesters were able to eventually finish it, but more recently I've added an alternative path. If I just look at my binoculars, you can see there that there's now a climbable path up the side of that crane. So if you are struggling to make your way across the wall run segment, which I'm going to do now, if you have trouble doing that, then you can definitely follow the path up the side of the thing there. So normally you might climb up and then like kick this ladder down, and then you'll have the cable. So what you would do is you take that cable, run along that bridge, jump into the water, come up here, maybe climb up there, and then proceed to the top of the crane, or at least halfway up the crane rather, to get the cable plugged in. But now you can, like you can do either the wall run or that section if you're having trouble with the wall run anyway. Okay. I'll come back and fetch that in a second. Hop over. Grab that. I just want to kick that just in case I fall. Okay, down we go. Come back here. Jump here. Back here. Okay. Next one. Have I read this note? I can't remember if I read this note. Yeah. Okay. Up we go. Skip them. There you go. Okay. It. Demolisher. Okay. Okie dokie. I always forgot about this fight. I actually have some stuff lying around that makes this fight super, super easy, but I don't really want to go fetch it now, so let's deal with it the old-fashioned way. Depth, there we go. Something nice. Make this a little bit easier. Burning. That didn't work. That would just go right through one and hit the other. That's cool. Okay. Oh, that's sweet. So yeah, another thing I had to do a lot of work on was for the nighttime sections to make the next objective visible. You see here that there's a lot of sparks that run towards the next objective, and then like try to make it available so that the player can see it easily and not necessarily get lost while trying to find their next objective. Up we go. Okay, where do we want to get over there? Just get this over here, yeah. Still got the cable. We'll run. Wow. Okay. I think I should be able to UV up over here. Let's grab some money while we're out. Everything. Should be able to craft some medkits. Only one. Shit. Okay. What do we got? Still some throwing knives. Let's get those Molotovs back in. Okay, last cable run. Give that a read before we go through. Okay. Yeah, here we go. Shouldn't be able to cross medkits quickly. Let's see, what do we have in the way of medicine? Perfect. We're pretty good on immunity. Have those equipped. Do I have any UV? Yeah. Let's swap this out. UV stuff, ready to go. Let's kick it off. Hi there. Fantastic. That is it. So that was the intersection. Guess can't really talk about it critically because I guess I made it, but I spoke about certain aspects of it while I was playing it and showing it to you guys and all of that stuff. It was the first map I made for Dying Light 2, and probably still to now even my most novice Dying Light 2 map. Obviously, well, I say obviously, but you may not know, I was a community map creator for Dying Light 1 as well. I made a few there. I think I placed well in one of the competitions that was run. I partnered with them, I guess partnered in a loose sense, to make the PvP map Don't Drown. There's a video, I think, still on their YouTube channel advertising that. So I had experience with the Chrome engine tools, at least the Dying Light 1 Chrome engine tools, before I started making maps for Dying Light 2. So but still, in terms of like workflow and how to get stuff done and what assets to use and how to make prefabs, which is a term you'll hear probably community devs talk about quite often, but maybe as a casual viewer you wouldn't know about. Like how to structure your maps properly and make things quickly. Something I hadn't quite learned yet. I was still just sort of figuring things out and figuring out how to make stuff and how to introduce new concepts and generally how to like create a good flow for things like parkour and story and stuff like that. I think I did a pretty decent job. Obviously it's not like the best thing out there. There's definitely a couple of community maps that have handled story and narrative and stuff a bit better. But I think I did a good job. So yeah, I guess that's all I have to say about the intersection. I'm not going to go on and on about my own map. So I guess thanks for watching. I hope you had a good time, and I'll catch you for the next one.